Krystal the Mystic, and we are back with a collective reading. I am sorry that I'm laughing. I tried to do a little intro and get into this before, but then all of a sudden the landscapers came to the backyard and I literally could not hear myself. But I did think that that was part of our message. So our collective reading today is their feelings versus your feelings. But I'm doing this in a person A and person B format, so you can decide who you are. And I can't always tell whose energy is whose. Like if it's you that I'm talking about or them that I'm talking about. So I will be saying person A and person B, so I hope that is not confusing. And I do have a mutual energy going down the center. Okay, all of that, like all of the leaf blowing started happening as soon as I started talking about person A. So there's a lot of outside noise that is happening within person A's life. They have either people who are interfering in their decisions, or they just have so much on their plate that this connection is like, I'm hearing breaking point. So whatever happened between the two of you, that was the breaking point for this person. Okay, so for the first few cards that I have, I use just the major arcana. So for person A, how they feel towards this connection is the Lovers. I thought that was so beautiful. I really did. I was like, wow. The literal first card that flew out was the Lovers. This person genuinely values this connection. They see you as a counterpart to them. It's not just a soulmate. It's not just a this, it's just that. It's like they truly see you as somebody who is an energetic match, and that they have deep love for. And it might sometimes be kind of like I'm getting like puppy love kind of thing, and that might be because something was not explored. Because the card that's clarifying that is one day, someday, somewhere, another time. So this person might have very much felt like this connection was like right person, wrong time. But their intentions might have been back and forth, because the Judgment card came out in reverse. So their intentions might have been like in and out. They have not necessarily been very forward about what they want within this connection. And honestly, I think they are not happy that that's how they went about this. Bitterness, they definitely feel resentful if they've said hurtful things to you that you might hold on to. They definitely regret that. They feel bitter about where this connection is because of the love that they have for you, and they understand that their actions are the reason why this is the way it is. And the bottom deck energy was trapped. So this person like kind of feels stuck in this position. Like they have literally no idea what they want to do. They hope for things to get better, but I don't, especially with that one day card, like they still hope that like this is going to be something that aligns in the future. But something happened where they're now regretting their actions because, I mean, maybe you said something. Or maybe person B said something. Interesting. That's for somebody. I don't feel like I'm supposed to go too far into that until we get into person B. But this person feels kind of negative about how they've shown up, because they do have good intentions for you ultimately. The cards that came out for what their next actions are is keep an open mind, and it is safe for you to love. And I really liked that 444 when I said that. I really loved that, because I do think that this person is still trying to be open, and they are trying to validate their feelings, like, okay, I still am allowed to feel safe in this connection. I might have not been my best representation of myself in the past, but I want to stay open-minded. I want to stay hopeful that it is safe to continue this connection and I'm not stuck where I am, and that maybe this person will open their heart and meet me where I hope this can go. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. Like, yes, this is not necessarily action oriented, but neither is person B's at this time, and I think that might be purposeful. So person B, their energy towards this connection, or how they feel about this connection right now, is the Hanged Man. They have no idea what's going on. They have no idea how person A feels, how they feel, what's going, like, they literally have no idea what's going on. And maybe they, like, mentally stir about this a lot. Maybe they overthink about, like, the interactions that they have. Because the person's intentions for person B is the Emperor as a blockage. So I gather that this person was the initiator a lot more than this person ever was. And that might be part of the things that they regret. Especially if this person is a feminine and person A put them in their masculine. That is a big blockage in this connection. Like, what clarified Hanged Man is broken. Shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. Like, person B was really affected by how person A showed up. And that might have not been something shown, but it has now created cloudy judgment on their part, because, like, their intuition might be telling them good things and they might feel good things about this connection, but because of what's happened, they might either feel delusional, or they might feel like they're not seeing everything as it's being shown. They might feel like things are imbalanced and the information that they get is not clear or not present enough to make this person feel worth investing in. Person B feels kind of hurt, guys. Person B feels like pretty darn hurt. Because their cards for what's happening next, we got codependency and release your ex. So this person, without a doubt, understands the effect that person A has on them, and they don't wish to feel that way anymore. Unless there's going to be actual changes to come in this connection. I flipped my hair to the other side, so there might actually be some sort of flip in this dynamic. Like, if you were person B and you were constantly chasing person A, you might actually be surprised in the way that this could turn around. Because I think person B is really doing their due diligence on their healing, on their shadow work. They are really putting in the effort to be as aware and intentional as possible. And I don't think it's personal, but it might be personal. I won't lie. This person might have said it's not personal, but it might be personal. That's funny. But they were really hurt. Person B was really hurt. And person A might be feeling that hurt now. Like, I'm catching a glimpse of the resentment on bitterness. On the bitterness card, it says resentment. Like, they might actually be resentful and angry about what's going on in this situation because they didn't realize the the impact of their actions. So the mutual energy for what both of you want was the Fool. And I loved that. I thought that was so cute. I saw 1010 when I looked up too, like with the card. So this does not surprise me that both of you are willing to clear the slate. But I think person B needs a lot of action in order to push through, because the mutual energy here is resistance, but open heart. And I think that's so funny because both of you are resisting. Both of you probably don't want to be the first to contact one another. But both of you would be receptive if someone were to reach out. Personally, I think person A needs to make a move. So if you feel like you're person A, if you really want person B, 1111, if you really want person B, you gotta do something about it. You gotta make your intentions clear. Clarity, truth, intentions, honesty. You have to be honest. I just saw 1122, which for me means like you both are thinking of each other and you both are hoping for the same thing. And the bottom deck of this was soulmate. So you guys both see each other as a soulmate, as a divine connection of some sort. But I think person B is just kind of worn down. There's something about their energy that just feels depleted. And it's not like person A is not going through their own stuff. Like, we got all of that extra outside noise. Like, this person has a lot on their plate. They are not aware of how much that might affect their mental health. 12-12 as I say that. So remind yourself, if you are person A, that you don't have to be doing anything that does not fill up your cup. And when you are in those moments, don't feel guilty about it. When you are in the moments where you're like, this feels good, don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel bad. Don't think about someone else. Enjoy it. And stop I'm seeing someone press on the brake in a car for some reason. Like, don't smash the brake because it's finally getting good. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Because I think that is part of your problem, person A. I don't mean to be like calling you out, but if you're afraid of good things coming to you, then you're never going to have good things come to you. Sorry. You're never going to see the good things coming to you if you just sit back because you're afraid of them. You have to meet them halfway. You got to do something about it. You got to either voice your opinion, your feelings, your intentions, whatever it may be. It was interesting that I said opinion. Maybe you and this person might differ in how you view this connection, but that honestly makes a lot of sense. There needs to be a clear conversation. And it's funny, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords in my mind, which is literally what that card means. And that is the card that's missing in this deck, in this tarot deck. That's why I don't use it anymore, and I'm so upset about it. Because it was my first tarot deck ever. But there is something about, like, either the lack of communication, because it is the card missing from this deck, or the fact that, like, maybe you guys dance around the truth. Maybe you dance around, like, what you're actually feeling and what your intentions actually are. Oof. Oh, wow. This card was peeking out hoping. It is literally the manifesting card. Expecting, faith, manifesting. But underneath clarity was time. So this person, like, I don't think they feel like they have a lot of time left in order to handle this situation. They definitely are. I'm seeing the Chariot card now. So this person wants to like pedal to the metal. Now I'm hearing like, what is with these car references? What? That man needs to get out of my head, please. Anyway, back to the reading. This person understands they don't have a lot of time to make this happen if they want to make this happen. So know that person B has good intentions, they're just hurt. And person A does have good intentions. I just don't think that they were aware of, like, now I'm looking at the word suppressing on this resistance card. They might have been resisting opening their heart because of feelings that they were suppressing. Maybe they have not really ever shown you the level that they do care for you with secret admirer here, you know? And the Lover's card being that first card, somebody's probably really surprised that that card came out for this person. Once I went into the whole spiel, they're probably so surprised that that's this person and that's you. Like, I'm getting that strongly right now. Okay. I want to cut this deck. What is next to happen? Ooh. The World. Ooh, underneath this. Actually, I didn't even... There's only 2 cards here. Underneath the Fool is the Magician, which this is the 0 card and this is the 1 card. So you are going to see progress. And this person wants to come to some sort of resolution. They want to close out whatever past cycle and past bullshit that you guys were dealing with and that hurt person B. They want to clarify that. They want to put both of you back into your power. They want to both feel confident in how to handle the situation and how they feel when they're talking to you and with you. Because they truly intend for this to be a new beginning. Wipe the slate clean. Like, the past is the past, and if we both have open hearts and good intentions, we can make this a positive future. Wow, that was strong. That was heavy. That was real heavy, in good ways and bad ways, but there was a lot of feelings there. I also did not, I like realized a few minutes into my reading that I didn't put a shirt on. So there is something about, like, because to me, nudity in the tarot and in spirituality means vulnerability. So there is something about, like, needing to kind of be nude with this person, needing to, not necessarily in a sexual way, but that might be something that you want to be doing. But there is this vulnerability needs to be here. And that's what I think this is. I'm going to leave this message, all right? I am sending you lots and lots of love. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and be amazing as always. And never forget, being you is the best version of you that you can give to anyone, all right? Bye.